Okay, so you're just lucky, I guess. You get a second supplemental daily video from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. This is Frankie, for people who have not met Frankie. Frankie is cool, and I was reminded this morning of how cool Frankie is. Now, Frankie's 11 years old, but as you can see, he's still in good shape. He's still got those clear eyes. Frankie still enjoys his life very much, but here's the thing, Frankie is secure. So Bibi and I take Frankie out this morning, as we do every morning, and we go on a walk, and Frankie takes care of his business and things like that. And Frankie's having a good day. All right, we got some dogs in the neighborhood who are having a bad day. I understand that. You know, dogs are people too. So a series of dogs in the course of our walk come up to Frankie, and they're all over him, and they're snarling, and they're yapping, and they're trying to mess with him. And Frankie just looks at them and wags his tail. And you need to understand this about Frankie. It's not because he's afraid. It's not because he's deferential. It is not because he is submissive. It is because he's so cool, he don't care, because he knows whatever it is, if I gotta, I can handle it. We should all be more like Frankie. A couple of other things, if you don't mind. I want to call attention to the column in the Express News today by my wonderful friend, Kerry Clack. And he was writing on a subject that is near and dear to him, but also to me. George Pasterchik, the late, great, longtime head coach at St. Gerard, finally has been voted into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame. This has been a real cause for me. I still have the honor of being one of the voters for the Hall of Fame. And I have considered it a terrible miscarriage of justice for, I don't know, 2 decades that it took George this long to get in, because that should have been open and shut. Kerry played for Coach Pasterchik. I had the honor of coaching against him, I don't know, 14 times, something like that, and we had a wonderful relationship. Understand, I defer to Coach Pasterchik. That's one of the biggest woofing dogs ever, you know, and I'm not putting my coaching skill up against his, but we were highly competitive. We loved each other. We got each other from the jump, and that goes for Mrs. Pasterchik too. But here's the thing, we were competitors, and there were a couple of no kidding screaming contests that ended after about 3 minutes, and it was all cool. I'm so glad that Coach Pasterchik is getting what he deserves. And one other thing, also going into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame, oh man, one of the greatest owls ever, N.D. Kalu from Marshall High School and Rice University, and double-digit years in the NFL. If you want the definition of a professional football player, not to mention the fact that he's so cool and he's so funny and he's such a good dude. This is a good week for San Antonio. We are radically rational.